village rate. I'll need a motion on the rate for next year's budget.
Okay.
Once I get them,
I'll make that
Okay.
motion, for ordinance, 528.
Could you use the microphone, please?
You're in a motion, is there a second?
I'll second it.
You're in a second, further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. In supporting doc of this, that we'll pass, old business B is the final budget. This was, several meetings on this one already. I'll need a motion on the budget as it appears.
Trace, I just have one slight comment, so just wanna note to the board that there were two minor changes in the admin budget, but it didn't change the overall expenses in the budget.
Questions on Michelle's comment? Okay, need a motion on the budget?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Need a second, further discussion?
I have a discussion or question. I know last time I asked for a little bit more accountability from the board to manage spending. And it fell into really dropping the court cases. And I see nothing has changed. So, just forewarned, I just don't think I can vote for the budget, because I just feel, I see the expenses, I see where we went over budget on things possibly that were, necessary to do. I just think dropping some of the court cases would help rein in some of our spending.
Other
I
comment?
got a question. Can you help me understand, in a little more detail, which court case or cases and why? Just maybe help me understand, because I
I
feel
made
we're gonna
motion.
come to a consensus here, and maybe a hallmark moment here, because I may agree with you.
I think, of course, the appeal for smaller. I don't understand why we're doing it. If we're not, if we're looking at, another property, which people have noticed, there's markers up and everything and questioning, if we're going ahead with that, which I don't know what's been discussed, but if we're going ahead with that, then maybe we should drop the appeal and put that money into what's going to be happening. You know, and I do see we went way over budget on, zoning and legal expenses, and that's something I guess that couldn't be avoided, but, in light of that, it would help.
Sure, well, I'm sure I'm gonna get Stan corrected here, but we haven't spent any money on the appeal yet. We have not appealed it, we are not at that stage yet, the judge has not even issued a ruling yet.
I understand that.
And we intend to appeal it, but, we haven't expended any funds yet. Now, the zoning, I didn't follow, but, I thought maybe you were gonna say something about the, other court case with the, Evans track. 2 months ago,
But before you go on, isn't that the appeal?
well, that was the court case to defend, we were being sued, so we had to defend ourselves. The appeal is kind of a separate thing, that's coming later.
Who's being sued, you and us as a township,
You are,
with the small case?
Yes, and I just want
And
to,
that's the case we're appealing. I just wanna make sure I'm
Yeah, well-
understanding you.
if necessary, we will appeal it, I'm not sure it's gonna be necessary, I don't know that, but here's the thing I thought we were gonna come to a consensus on. After the judge made his ruling, or, tentative ruling, is that what's the term for that?
He made a ruling, it's just,
It's not filed.
it's not final yet.
It's not final. After the judge made a ruling, some day later, the plaintiffs filed a contempt of court action against us. Our solicitor, our other legal team, contacted their legal team and said, what are you doing? You can't be in contempt of an order that hasn't been filed yet, you're out of order. Nevertheless, we had to file a response, and it was extensive. 2 days, 2 lawyers, I'm not sure what that comes to, but it comes to a lot, and it's probably most of what's on this bill this month. What, you know, and it was, I asked one of our legal team, why are they doing this? And they said it's either incompetence or it's harassment, and they said they think it's harassment. And what it did, it cost the taxpayers thousands of dollars for us to file that response, and the judge ruled on it immediately and said, no problem. What I like to do, I thought maybe we could come together on something here, is ask for some reimbursement from them. They filed this, we contacted them verbally, said this is not necessary. They continue to do it, I think, just to run the register. And again, the bill that you were pointing out with the misspelling services or service, I think that's most of that bill. And I like to either somehow get creative, bill the plaintiffs, bill the lawyer, bill the law firm, or just ask for reimbursement, because it was a lot of money, and it was not necessary, and I will agree with you, it was a waste of money, but we couldn't do anything about it. Or than not reply, then God knows what the penalties would have been. So, I'm hoping that we can somehow get reimbursement from these people, because I think it was just harassment, and I don't mind the time it took. It's the taxpayers, they wasted taxpayers' money, and they better reimburse us.
Good, more discussion? Okay. What did I get a motion, second, okay,
Yeah.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, against,
Nay.
4-1. Okay, we'll turn it over to the solicitor, we'll be conducting the zoning